Good morning. Today we will discuss a very important topic of chapter 3. It is nothing but Kirchhoff's laws. Okay, there are two Kirchhoff's laws. Are they? It is first one is junction law and second one is loop law. So Kirchhoff's laws abina, we have two laws. First law is said to be junction law, otherwise said to be current law. Okay, and second law is said to be loop law, otherwise said to be voltage law. Okay, so first we will discuss the Kirchhoff's junction law. This is a very easy topic. What is the concept of junction law? At a junction, sum of the currents, this is nothing but currents, okay, entering the junction is equal to the sum of the currents leaving the junction. Junction means you know that very well. At a particular point, in the case of electricity especially, junction means at a particular point many conducting wires join together. That is said to be junction. Okay, see here, this is the junction here. Okay, so many wires. How many wires connected here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here arrow mark is used to denote the direction of the current. See here, the first we should consider which currents are moving towards junction. See here, I1, I2, I3 are moving towards a junction. I4, I5 moving away from the junction. So from the arrow marks we can understand which currents are entering into the junction, which currents are moving away from the junction. Okay, so see here, sum of the currents entering the junction. So what we have to do here, sum of the current entering the junction. So I1 plus I2 plus I3, these three currents are entering into the junction, which is equal to the, okay, is equal to sum of the currents leaving the junction. So I4 and I5 are leaving the junction. So sum of the current entering into the junction is equal to the sum of the current leaving the junction, is the Kirchhoff's junction law. You remember this. Already we know that current means it is rate of flow of charge. If we consider three currents entering into the junction, definitely that will come out of the junction by the wires. Okay, so both currents definitely will be equal. Okay, this is based upon the consequence of conservation of charges. Okay, charges எந்த இடத்துலயும் போய் accumulateலாம் ஆகாம ஒரு conducting wire அப்படிங்கிறப்ப that will flow. You know that very well. So அப்ப எவ்வளோ total current junction towards flow ஆகுதோ அதே amount of current will leave from the junction. This is the junction rule. Okay, இதுக்கு ஒரு example இங்க பாருங்க. I give a problem here. So see here, how many wires connected at this junction? 4 wires. 1, 2, 3, 4 wires. Okay, so இதுல 20 ampere and 2 ampere 12 ampere current given. இந்த wireல எவ்வளோ current flow ஆகுங்கிறது தான் question. So எதெல்லாம் வந்து junction க்கு towards flow ஆகுதுன்னு பாருங்க. 20 ampere and 2 ampere moving towards the junction. So 20 plus 2 which is equal to ampere னு யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க, which is equal to 12 ampere because that is leaving the junction. So 12 ampere. This arrow mark also leaving the junction. So plus x னு வெச்சுக்கோ. Okay, so see here, this is 22 ampere, 22 ampere minus 12 ampere, which is equal to x. So x is equal to 10 ampere. Okay, simple. Mental marks இது நம்ம போடலாம், பட் இந்த ரூல்ஸ் எப்படி அப்ளை பண்ணி கால்குலேட் பண்றதுங்கிற மெத்தட் தான் இங்க நான் யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கேன். நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணா as a mental maths you can do it. Okay, so towards the junction 22, away from the junction 12 இருக்கு. Definitely this will be 10, then only added together will give 22. Okay, so this is the junction law. Next one, Kirchhoff's loop law. Kirchhoff's loop law, this concept is little bit big to understand. It is not tough if you listen carefully and understand and apply to problems, means that concept will be clear. So see here, in a closed loop algebraic sum. You know that the meaning of algebraic, I will tell you. So see here, in a closed loop, algebraic sum of EMFs is equal to algebraic sum of product of resistances and respective currents flowing through them. So it is a loop law. That's why we are considering a closed loop here. In a closed loop, அதாவது ஒரு closed loop எடுத்துக்கிறப்ப அந்த closed loopல இருக்கிற algebraic sum of the EMF, அதாவது எத்தனை பேட்டரி நம்ம கனெக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோமோ அந்த பேட்டரியோட algebraic sum of EMF எதுக்கு ஈக்குவலா இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா நம்மளுக்கே தெரியும் V is equal to I into R according to Ohm's law. இங்க V அப்படின்றது difference in potential, அது EMF ஆ இருக்கும் in the case of battery நான் பார்க்குறப்ப. So algebraic sum of the EMF, I will tell you what is meant by algebraic sum here. So algebraic sum of the EMF is equal to the product, algebraic sum of the product of resistance and corresponding current flows through them. Okay. So algebraic அப்படினா என்ன அப்படினா எந்த இடத்துல அது வந்து பாசிட்டிவா எடுத்துக்கணும் எந்த இடத்துல நெகட்டிவா எடுத்துக்கணுமோ அதையும் கன்சிடர் பண்ணி we have to add. Okay. So I will tell you எப்ப பாசிட்டிவா எடுத்துக்கணும் எப்ப நெகட்டிவா எடுத்துக்கணும்ங்கறத I will tell you. So see here, this is the simple circuit which will clarify the concept of second rule, அதாவது loop rule. உங்களுக்கு கிளாரிஃபை பண்றதுக்காக இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சிம்பிள் சர்க்யூட் எடுத்திருக்கோம். இந்த சிம்பிள் சர்க்யூட்ல பாருங்க எத்தனை பேட்டரி இருக்கு, சாரி எத்தனை செல் இருக்கு அப்படின்னா 2 cells are there. The EMF of the first cell is E1, EMF of the second cell is E2. Okay. So இங்க இந்த கார்னர்க்கெல்லாம் நாம தான் நேம் கொடுக்கணும். சில क्वेश्चंसல நேம் கொடுத்திருப்பாங்க, சில क्वेश्चनல நாமளே நேம் கொடுத்துக்கலாம். So see here A B C D E F ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு I am giving the names to the loop. Okay. And how many resistors are there? R1, this is R2 and this is R3. 3 resistors are connected in this circuit. So steps to remember in order to apply the second law. நம்ம second law loopல apply பண்ணனும்னா certain steps we have to remember and we should apply that rules in that circuit, then only we can calculate. எதுக்காக இந்த ரெண்டு ரூலும் யூஸ் ஆகுது அப்படின்னா சிம்பிள் சர்க்யூட்ல கரண்ட்டை கால்குலேட் பண்றதுக்கோ வோல்டேஜ் கால்குலேட் பண்றதுக்கோ will use the Ohm's law, no, but in a complicated circuit செல் சீரிஸ்ல கனெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கா parallelல கனெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கான்னு தெரியல, அந்த மாதிரி situationஸ்ல will use these two laws in order to calculate the current value especially and direction of the current also. Okay. So என்னென்ன ஸ்டெப்ஸ் வந்து we should remember அப்படின்னா first step is nothing but assume any direction. ஒரு லூப் நம்ம எடுத்துக்கிறோம்னா அந்த லூப்ல என்ன டைரக்ஷன்ல actual current flow